Hi, my name is Samuel Usu. I'm a student of GCTU, and I'm here with.
Dennis Agbami, also a student of GCTV. So my colleague and I built a mobile app application named Poultry Pro. That is a poultry farm management system, which involves keeping accurate records of birds, their feed consumption, vaccination, mortality, egg production, and financial transactions.
So basically, the aim of our project is to build a mobile application that helps poultry farmers manage and monitor their farm activities efficiently. Okay, so this is our splash screen, and this is the first interface, which is the login interface, where you have to create an account, or if you have an account, you log in. So let's say you don't have an account and you try logging in. Let's see what happens. So the email, and then the password. So let's say you log in. It shows what account not found, meaning there is no account. So let's create a new account. So full name, Daniel, and then an email, and then the phone number. Password. So register now. That is, you have now created an account. So it brings us back to what the login interface. And then since it's already matching the created account login, and then this is what the home screen after successfully logging into the account. And then so this is our profile that has been created. That is our email, our phone number, and then the farm that is Poultry Pro Farm, and then the member since 2026 that is Daniel Ajiman.
Okay, so this is our home screen that contains the activities that we can perform. So the home screen displays a welcome message that welcomes the user, and we have about 8 models in the home screen, which are the flock management, the feed, the vaccination, the mortality, the egg production, the finance, the report, and our profile. So let's go through each of them and how they work. So let's start with the flocks. So the flocks management is is basically what talks about all the birds that the farmer has. So let's enter. So when you open the flocks, this is the screen that appears where there are no flocks found now because we've not added any information. So you click the plus on here to input or update the flux management. So clicking the plus. So now we add So now we add so now we add our flag. So let's go. Let's start with the badge name. So the badge name is what you use to describe the type of birds or the type of flocks. So you can use a specific name that you want to categorize your flags with. So let's just choose A. Okay, so now we have bird type. So the bird type is divided into two. We have the broilers and we have the layers. So the broilers are those that are used for meat, and the layers they produce the eggs. So choosing maybe the broilers. Now you choose how many broilers do you have? We have maybe about 100 birds, which are broilers, and their age, as in averagely. So let's take it like there are 5 trees now in the poultry. So you see, okay. So here's what we just input. Then so you can view. So viewing here we have all that we added. The the badge which is A, the bed type, the number of beds, the age. So you can edit anything that you want to edit. So let's change the number of beds maybe 120. Yeah, and let's update. So after updating, here you see a notification, and you enter again. You can see it has been updated. Or if you want to edit, if you want to delete, you can also delete. So it tells you, are you sure you want to delete? Then you delete. So now you don't have any information. Okay, so you can repeat that again. To Now let's go to the feed. So under the feed, too, we don't have any feeds records available now. So we add some. So under the feed, we have the feed name, as in the food you are giving to the birds. For instance, um, let's say corn, and the quantity of corn in kg. Okay, let's say we give them like 12 kg. Then the supplier, as in it's either the person that fed them, or yeah, to the supplier, or where you got the food from. So the supplier is who fed them. Yeah, so let's say Daniel. And how much does it cost? So let's say $120. And the day, or the, the day that you fed them, let's say you like today. Okay, and you save your information. So it has been saved successfully. So you can view everything that you save. So here's everything that you save. You can choose to either edit or delete if you want. Now we also have the vaccination management. Since we don't have some, we add some again. So the vaccine name, whether vaccine name, let's just write any name. So let's choose maybe Ebola, Ebola vaccine. Or no, let's be specific, bird flu vaccine. and the batch name. So which type of birds were given those vaccines. Let's choose A, and number of birds vaccinated, maybe 50, and the date you give them the vaccine. Let's choose 10th, that's some weeks ago, and the next vaccine that you give will probably be, maybe let's take 31st. Okay, then maybe after the vaccines were given to the bed, did they sleep or something happened? Nothing happened. That's why nothing happened. Oh, yeah, okay, that's why successful, so successful, so successful. Then let's see how about it. So yeah, yeah, here's our information. You can enter. If you want to edit or delete, you just do that. And we have our egg production. That one too. Mm, the margin, as in the type of flocks that produce the egg. So it's basically the layers. Since the broilers do not produce eggs that much, but okay, you can also give it the broilers or the layers. So let's choose A. And the number of eggs collected, as in total number of eggs that the birds produce, maybe 200 or 1,002, and the number of eggs that cracked, mm, maybe let's take just 20 or something. Then the date that the birds lay the eggs will be saved, and it's saved successfully. So you can view it as delete or edit. It's very successful. So you can maybe 22 can update. So that you updated successfully. So you can go to our mortality, as in the number of birds that died, or to the badge name, from which name or from which flag that died, the number of birds that died from that particular flag. Maybe it's 50, the cause, whole cause, maybe bird flu, um, and the date when did those birds die. Yeah, so let's say that today is 19, then remarks or anything I want to say. Okay, so you can't leave it blank. So the remarks you can choose to maybe uh, it was just because of um, um, they were overcrowded or something, or pandemic. Mhm. So you see, yeah, so it has been added successfully. So that's it for mortality too. Then we have our finance. So any activity, anything that you bought or any profit can come and record. So let's say that we made an income to sales. You can term it as sales. Then it was transaction time income. Then we made about $1,000 when the day. So let's say that today people came to buy. Then we made about $1,000. So we see our work. We see that we displayed successfully as in the income. And let's say that we bought food. So that's the expense. So item bought, mm, we bought about 200 or $300 also today. So okay, you see, so the app calculates the profit from the income that you made today and the expense. So we bought things worth 300, we made about 1,000 cities, so the balance will be 700. Very efficient and very good. It's a report. Let's go to report. Yeah. So the report summarizes your farm records. Mm. So this summarizes. So we have the total number of beds. Mm. Yeah. Then in your profile, the information that you enter. So yeah, that's basically everything about the app. Very efficient. And it will help the farmer to manage his or her farmland efficiently. So after you're done, you can just log out.